Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with dragons on the play for game one. Hand's a bit weird. Like, we have Stormbrood as the only castable in hand is the problem right now. Shared Roots is castable. Esper Origin is castable. I guess Baelmerk. So that's like 11 cards off top. Fine. We get the Thin as well off the Fabled Passage, I suppose. Though honestly, I might hold the Fabled Passage back. No, I think we have the Fabled Passage crack for Swamp. That we can Stormbrood on 2 if we need. In case there's something that's like a must kill on 1, or rather on 2. Yeah, that's my only thought process there. But looks like opponent is double queuing, so we're going to pause recording here and be back once they pass priority. Alright, opponent passed priority. The captain opening 7. Field passage fetch for a swamp. And pass. And pass. Starting town. Casting. Sanctifier. Lifegain? Question mark. Do I need to kill that on 1? No, right? Is this Lifegain? But why is it playing Starting Town? What is this? Okay, so it's starting. It is Lifegain. Whenever another creature you control enters game on life, it's a spider +1/+1 counter on it. Amalia, Essence Chandler. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Essence Chandler. Oh, that's pretty good. Interesting. I will play a forest. I think I will Stormbrood it. Stormbrood. We'll play Esper Origins next turn. Try and set up 4 flashback or a sweeper of Regent. Interesting. There's Essence Channeler. We'll draw. There's Baelmerk. We're going to Esper Origins. Overlord to Yard, Maelstrom top, play Bossing Say, and pass. We can sweep if Regent or Necropsy next turn. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, yeah. Okay. And also plays Elspeth. Triumph, get lost. Hilda, trigger. 3, Hilda, trigger. Draw. Maelstrom. Exude Toxin for 2. Done. What? Oh, it's a 3/3. Why did I think it was a friggin'... Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. I thought that was a 3/2 for some reason. Spider. Oh, this is getting interesting. Draw Regent. Yeah, I should have waited. I should have played the Esper Origins and swept. I misplayed there. How do we proceed? We can Necropsy, but it's only going to hit 1. The problem is here that the Zoraline can pick something up from Yard. So really need another sweeper. So in that case, go 1, 2, 3 for Regent. Yeah, I should have waited one turn. We've been much better off. Cast Overlord. Fine. Stormbrood. Not really what I wanted right now. We'll pass. No, that goof will probably end me, unfortunately. Take 7. Use ability, I imagine. Picks up Essence Chandler. Chandler enters. You gain life. Trigger. Yep. Take 7 down to 8. Hilda draw. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can only pop 1. Cast Esper Origins. Gain some life. Another Stormbrood. Stormbrood's not gonna cut it. Thinking yard. 7, 8, yeah. Well, yeah. Yard enters Blooming Marsh. Pop Zoraline. Play Marsh and pass. So we're not dead yet. Bitter Triumph. We might be dead. I mean, if they just make a fish, we die, right? Because then it triggers, gain 2, so that's 10 exactly. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that misplay severely cost me. Yeah, and dead. Okay. So this is Lifegain. So in that case, we're going to want to bring in Torpor Orb. They are running 24 creatures. I don't think I care about stripping them from hand. Day of Black Sun seems good. Necropsy seems mid. Torpor Orb seems good. Stormbrood seems pretty mid here. We need to trim one more. The Archivist. Yes. Alright. On the play for game 2. I'll keep. Not my favorite hand, but it's workable. Fabled Passage. Fetch for a swamp. And pass. And pass. Feast, draw, Torpor Orb. Whenever a creature you control enters, gain 1 life. Forest, Torpor Orb, pass. And pass. Plains, Shock 16 for Channeler, draw. Shared Roots for a swamp. Play a forest and pass. And pass. Conviction. Draw. Bossing Say. Play the Bossing Say. Ice Till. Fabled Passage, mill a card. Fabled Passage, fetch for a swamp, mill a card. Cast Esper Origins or Roots. We'll cast Roots to thin more. And we'll pass and pass. Do you have flying? As long as you have lost life this turn, has flying. It does not have flying right now. We'll draw Day Black Sun for 2. Day Black Sun for 2 seems really good here. Fable Passage, mill a card. Fable Passage, fetch for a forest, mill a card. Fable Passage, fetch, mill a card. So we currently have 8, 9. So in that case, we'll start with Black Sun for 2. Esper Origins. Shared Roots. Passage Yard. And go to combat. Swing for 2. And pass. I'll skip it up. We'll take the win. Okay. I think we keep it as is. Yeah, this seems good. The Torpor Orb seems solid here. Day Black Sun seems great. On the draw for game 2. I mean, Torpor Orb in our opening hand. We do need to find some lands, but we have time to do so. Bottom one's down to 6, and they'll keep their 6. Starting town, pass. Blooming Marsh, draw, pass, and pass. Yeah, so this looks really good. Casting, Malia, Blooming Marsh, Torpor Orb, and pass, and pass. Hit Ilya, which has 3 toughness, draw. Bahamut, Forest, claim territory, forest, done. And pass. So next time I can sweep. Essence Chandler, 5, 13, draw. Cast Exude Toxin for 3. And pass. And pass. 2 cards in hand. Draw. I will play Fable Passage and fetch for a swamp. I will cast Ice Till, Fable Passage, mill a card, and I will I'll actually cast the Fetch now for a swamp. Esper Origins, Shared Roots Yard, Regent Top, and pass. And pass. Okay. I mean, yeah, Torpor pretty much just bricks their deck. Solid. Alright. May have misplayed a little bit in game 1, but game 2, 3, perfect. We'll be back for match 2. Alright, we're back for match number 2 on the draw for game 1. Vantage pass. Ice Still's good. Blooming Marsh pass. And pass. Sacred Foundry Shock. No, tapped. And Overlord of the Balemerc. Do we whiff? We do not. We find a Stormbrood. And pass. And pass. Draw. Another Blooming Marsh. I suppose I'll play the Blooming Marsh so it doesn't come into play tapped. What in the hell am I playing against? Play Fable Passage, fetch for a swamp. Ice Till for Maelstrom the Spirit Dragon, mill a card. And pass. Bailmark trigger. Paying cost for removal. Soulstone, sure, we'll pass. Hold up, what? Is this Boros Dragons? Yeah, I want to say this Boros Dragons. What did you just use? Charring Bite. Yeah, so this must be Boros Dragons. Trying to find a list. Because I know I saw it recently perform in a challenge. There it is, Boros Dragons. Yes, this is that. Okay. We draw Regent. I mean, I can Stormbrood pop the Soulstone. So I guess we'll go black, black. Soulstone popped. Play Fable Passage, hold up Necropsy. Trigger. This is Hellkite. 5 for Nova Hellkite, maybe. Enters, exile the top X, where X is the number of creatures you control of power 4 or greater, and play those cards. So I'm going to fetch in response. Grab a swamp. ETB, trigger, Necropsy. So let's Necropsy, loyal targets, creature, done. 5. Ugh. Green. Overlord. Exile 0. And pass. So we should just play the Regent because there's no point in us trying to sweep with it. It's all going to be dragons. Draw. Cast Regent. Play Passage and pass. Overlord will hit board. Put a pause on end step. So we have board presence now. We just need to draw into some action. The Overlord will help. If it sticks on board, that is. The Twin Moss Stormbrood is actually pretty good. 5 damage for 2 mana. The only condition is that it can't have flying. That's actually really good. Field Passage, fetch. It is sorcery speed, though, is the only downside. Sorcery speed removal is definitely a bit rough. Draw. Grab another forest. The only thing they should have with... No, they don't have anything with flash. They do have Get Lost and Burst Lightning available to them, though. We'll go to combat. See if we can get an attack into this Overlord. I'm kind of doubtful, though. Oh, maybe we do. Trigger. With... Though we do hit an Esper Origin. Burst Lightning. Looks like it. For 5. You discard a card. Damage down to 15. In that case, we have 3, 4. We can go Fabled Passage and Millmore. And 1. Ice Till. Let's first go Bossing, say, mill a card. Fabled Passage, mill a card. Fetch, Fabled Passage, and Bubble Scoop it up. Okay. So this is Dragons. Dragons v Dragons. Win for game 1. So their dragons have a lot of enter effects. We'll bring in Torpor Orb. They're running 30 creatures, so Tactics actually seems decent. Betrayal, definitely not. Necropsy feels pretty 1-for-1, which we want to avoid. We could bring in Bitter Triumph. I don't think there's a lot that we want to hit that has 3 toughness. Like, I guess there's Clarion Conqueror, but I don't think I care about that at all, do I? No. Let me drop a couple Exhale. Regent gets significantly worse. We could bring in Black Sun, though it does get pretty expensive to sweep. But it might be necessary. Maybe this is where I want to bring in an Overlord. We do want to trim out an Archivist. We could bring the 3rd Black Sun. Let's do that. I think alternatively we bring in the Overlord. It's workable. I'll keep. Fast and full. Momo. The first non-lemur creature spell flying you cast, 1 less to cast. That's actually pretty good. Play a Forest Pass. Might need a Bitter Triumph that. Might need a bit of Triumph that. Maybe there is an excuse to run the 4 Exhales. It just feels bad for the most part because it's Momo, Prince, I guess Sarkin, Clarion Conqueror, whiffs on Hellkite, whiffs on Dragonhawk, Nova Hellkite, and Stormbrood. So overall it feels pretty meh. But yeah, I think getting rid of Momo's a plus here. Oh, I don't care about Rest in Peace at all. That's okay. Draw. Torpor Orb. Torpor Orb is good. I'll play a swamp. We're gonna Bitter Triumph, discard a card. Honestly, I think I discard this Overlord. We're gonna do Rest in Peace. And pass. I do need a Shared Roots, though. They whiff on lands, cottage. So we'll start with Shared Roots. Grab a swamp. Play Restless Cottage and pass. We don't really want to mill Ice Till for obvious reasons. Shared Roots. Honestly, I think I'm just going to Shared Roots here. Grab another swamp. Play Torpor Orb and pass. And pass. Draw. Shared Roots. For a forest, question mark? No, let's still go for swamp. Yeah. Cast Regent. And pass. And pass. Next turn we can just start attacking him with the Restless Cottage. Charm Prince does nothing. Draw. Esper Origin. Unfortunately not too good right now. I guess we could play the Ice Till. Yeah. Yeah, Ice Till or Cottage. Let's play the Ice Till. Yeah, maybe I should have went for a third forest, realistically. That way I could have at least played Ice Till and Origin to set up. Like, we're not going to be able to flash it back, but oh well. Attack for 4 in the air. Down to 16. We'll pass. Vantage. I mean, I guess you could Twin Moss Stormbrew the Ice Till if you really want. What say you, opponent? Sarkhan. Draw. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Unfortunately, I do mill a card. Bitter Triumph. Would have kind of liked that. So, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 7. We're short on a few things. I don't really want to attack with the cottage. So yeah, I think I'm gonna Esper Origins here. Origins, Yard, Terminus, Yard. Yeah. And we'll go to combat. Attack for 4. Down to 12. We're just going to Maelstrom on end step. 1, 2, 7. The only problem is I really want to grab the Bahamut, but we're too short. Yeah. Clarion Conqueror. That's fine. End step. Let's crack the Maelstrom. Funny enough, going for a Regent here is not a bad idea. We can clear both the Charming Prince and the Sarkhan off board. Alternatively, we can go Regent and just keep on swinging in the air. Yeah, I think we just go for the Bloomvine Regent, honestly. Keeping the ground doesn't seem too appealing. I think just pressuring the board makes more sense here. Shared roots. Can't use that right now. Yeah, definitely should have went for the third forest so I could double cast. That was a mistake on my part. We'll attack. Down to 8. We'll pass. I mean, short of get lost, I don't think they can deal with anything on my board. Three for Nova Hellkite Warped. Sure. Warp. Draw. I will play a Forest Mill. Over the Bailmerk to Yard. Play Shared Roots. Forest Mill. Hit a Fable Passage. So at this point, if I attack, they're going to be forced to block 1. And then block 2. I guess they could double block, but do I care if they do? I don't think so. And we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Solid. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3. On the draw for game 1, we'll keep. We have 2 sweepers. Supposedly, I say supposedly, like 29 days ago was seen on Dimir midrange. Could still be on Dimir midrange. Intimidation Tactics will hit a Regent. Is this Dimir midrange? Maybe. The list I'm looking at here doesn't play Tactics main. Bahamut. If we can ramp into Bahamut, that would be really nice. So I'll play the Blooming Marsh and pass. And pass. We'll play Shared Roots. I'll draw. Cast Shared Roots. Do you have a counterspell? Yes, you have a counterspell. Huh. Okay, was not expecting Exhale. Interesting. Surveil. Draw. Fable Passage fetch for a swamp. Esper Origins. Blooming Marsh Yard. Maelstrom top and pass. Interesting. And pass. Draw. Play Maelstrom. Cast Esper Origins. Yeah, let's do that. Do you have a counterspell? Like, you definitely counter on the flashback, not on the initial cast, if you can help it. Like, yeah, we could have region, but I think we want to just apply pressure here. Or not. What is this? 3 steps ahead. Huh. Okay. We'll pass and pass. Interesting. Casting River Regent. So maybe this is like Demir Dragons? Virtue of Persistence, another Esper Origins. So we'll cast Claim Territory. Forest, forest, done. Play forest, cast Origins, Ice Till Exhale. Exhale. If I'm gonna put it in yard, I don't think it matters. We'll put it on top, Ice Till on top, and then pass. We'll play the Ice Till, Fabled Passage Fetch, Fabled Passage Fetch. 4/4, then we Origins. We try and set up for Bahamut at this point. Oil Deep Gearhulk. When each creature entrance, look at the target player's hand. We choose a card from it. If you do, that player discards that card, then draws a card. So pitch my Bahamut would be my guess. Pitch my Archivist. Oh, I guess because we can then exile the Oil Deep. Yeah, that makes sense. Lifelink Ward. So in that case, Ice Till, Fabled Passage, mill a card, Fabled Passage, Swamp, mill a card, Fabled Passage, mill a card, fetch for a swamp, mill a card. Esper Origins. Field Passage Forest. So this is 6, 8. We want 1. Let's say Field Passage, Yard, Forest Top, draw card, and draw. Pass. And pass. I mean, next turn we can pop the Hulk. Stock up is fine. Otherwise, we also can just go Esper Origins. If I think if they're holding up counter magic, yeah, I guess we just go another Esper Origins instead of a Bahamut. No attacks. We'll draw. Add 2. Actually, here's another idea. We crack Maelstrom, grab Stormbrood. Yeah, I actually like that idea. So crack Maelstrom, grab Stormbrood. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Pain cost. Tishana's Tidebinder's kind of rude. Yep. So in that case, play Maelstrom, mill a card. Esper Origins. I guess I could just sweep, but I don't really need to, do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could. Again, I don't think we need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play Cottage. Mill a card. Esper Origins. Regent Bloomvine. We'll show them the Bloomvine. Top, draw. And I might as well exhale, Behold a Dragon, and we'll pop the Tishanas. And at this point, I will pass. I guess I should have attacked with that one, but at least we can block it. We still have the Bahamut in hand. They're going to attack. Block the Overrun. You got a sweeper, maybe? Interesting. Oil Deep Gearhulk. So what is this list? Deadly Cover-Up. It's not like a self-bound stack. Esper Control? No, it's not that either. Exiles. Why did you exile? You exiled my scavengers? Kind of rude. It's fine though. Caustic Exhale. Play a forest. I think I might be out of lands right now, actually, in deck. This Fabled Passage might be dead. I mean, Bahamut seems pretty mid. Regent. Gain 3 life. Cottage. Combat. Pain cost 4. Bitter Triumph Shore. And pass. And pass. Yeah, I don't care about that too much, honestly. 2 cards in hand. Playing Consult, digging 3, 5, 8, pull 2. Yeah, I still have no clue what I'm playing against. Draw. Necropsy. Let's go to combat. Should probably do that on their turn. I'm going to crack the Maelstrom, actually. I think I should have one more forest left in deck. Play with Fable and pass. One, two, three. This becomes a what? 4/4? Sure. Stock up. Goes digging. And I definitely like this Maelstrom to resolve if I can help it. I'll also attempt to try and find a bossing save before I do. Go to end step, crack the Maelstrom. It resolves. I guess grab another Bloomvine. And crack the Fabled Passage for another swamp. And draw. Fabled Passage. I suppose I will Fabled Passage fetch for the last forest. And before we do that, we're going to go to combat. Attack for another 4. Cast Regent. Triggers. Gain 6. And hold. Then we get the hold up Necropsy, we get the hold up Exhale. They'll pitch a card. Sphinx of the Forgotten Lore. Whenever creature attacks target insert sorcery in graveyard, gains flashback on the turn. Caustic Exhale, Behold a Dragon. Goodbye, bird. And hold Necropsy. Yeah, still haven't found this deck. Demir Control, hold up. Nope, still not this either. Well, this looks actually a bit closer. We draw. Bailmerk. Let's start by going to combat. Swing for 8. Pain cost for Heartless Act. Yeah. Down to 9. Or do you have more removal? The end. Kind of rude, not gonna lie. I mean, I should only have one more Regent left in deck. Yes. Shouldn't you have been able to exile the one in Yard as well? Exile its controller's graveyard, hand, and library. Yeah, you could have, but you didn't, which means now I have an Overlord. So we have 5, 9, 10, 11. I mean, if I play the Overlord and you counter it with the pen, then I can cast the Bahamut. Yes. Overlord. Pain cost. 3 steps. Bahamut. Pass. Done. And pass. Do you have removal in your hand? Azula. Target opponent exiles a non-token creature they control. Then they exile a non-token creature from their hand, from their graveyard. During your turn, you may cast cards, exile Azula, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Mana of any type can be spent for those. Oh, that's kind of rude. I suppose I'll give you Caustic Exhale or Shared Roots. I don't think I care about either. I'm going to say Shared Roots then. No, we'll say Exhale. I mean, we have the Necropsy. We draw. I mean, at this point, during your turn, we cast the cards from Azula, we cast them as though they had flash. So we have the Necropsy on our turn. Azula. And that is 5. So in that case, we will pick up Exhale, Shared Roots, and done. Azula down. And pass. Paying cost for draw a card, discard a card. Pitches Tidebinder, sure. Hold up, exhale. Stock up. Dig 5, pull 2. I mean, this is definitely like a Dimir control list, bottom line. Paying cost for Risen Reef. Or Restless Reef, rather. Yes. And it does mill me, doesn't it? Yes. That could present a problem given I'm at 20 cards left in deck. Do I still have Esper Origins? I think I have one Esper Origins left. What like that bossing say? Overlord. We should be good just to hard cast this. Overlord. Mills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I want the ice still, funny enough. The alternative could go for the Archivist. Oh, this is really interesting. I'm gonna go for the Ice Stones. An interesting reason why. I want the Bossing Say. Do I not have a Cottage in here? I do, thank God. Cottage. Okay. We're gonna have to be a bit careful here, but this might be enough. We'll see. 4 cards in hand. They can mill me 4 down to 5. Pretty much means I can't attack the Overlord going forward. Feed the cycle. Yes. Why wouldn't you kill the Overlord, though? I feel like that's the bigger issue right now. Fresh hell. Another Azula? As though they had Flash. Yeah, Azula's pretty good. I suppose shared roots at this point? Yes, shared roots. Cast card exile for Azula. Does that mean they can cast the Bahamut from previously? Yep, there's the Overlord impended. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. Picks up another Azula. Overlord trigger. And draw. I can't Overlord. As much as I want the cards in yard, this Restless Reef will kill me. Oh, that's effed up. That's all sorts of effed up. Okay, so let us Cottage. Bossing Say. Go to combat. Swing at you for 6. Cottage will eat. I don't know. Tidebinder at this point? You make a food. You block with Azula. I will shrink the Azula and get rid of one Azula and hit you for 4. You'll have another Azula. The only problem is that Restless Reef might very well just mill me out. There's Azula. I'm going to give you Shared Roots again. You don't get my Swamp because of Earthbend. I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to give you a Shared Roots. Do I have an out here? Land Shock. Raise the Restless Reef. Mill me for 4. Down to 4 in deck, which means they don't even need to connect with the reef. Draw. Bossing Sand Yard. Blooming Marsh. We could Overlord Impend and pick up, let's say, Bahamut. But that would only hit them for 6 is the problem. Oh, I have an idea. No, I can't because I have only 3 cards in deck. The other option would have been, maybe I could have done it sooner if I would have played the Overlord instead. Picked up the Archivist, picked up Necropsy. Maybe that would have been the play, but now I can't. I have to find a way to kill them, and I don't think I can. Overlord picks up Ice Till picks up Bossing Say. Let's say theoretically we can present 8. They block 4, we hit for 4 down to 3. So it's not enough. It is simply not enough. Have you seen both Bahamuts? Yes, we did. I'll concede. Alright. That was a long one. Very much control. So bring in Duress. Exhale seems kind of bad. Bitter Triumph. Actually, Betrayal seems okay. Maybe you bring in Keen-Eyed? Or as another Overlord. Let's run it like this. Yeah, those Azulas were pretty good. I mean, it's basically a 5 mana ritual. Alright, back 4. Game 2 on the play for game 1. Yes, we can make this work. Play the Cottage and pass. And pass. Surveil. Sewers. Draw. Marsh. Terminus. Pass. And pass. Looking like they're holding up Exhale if I had to guess. There's Ice Till. We could impend here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim territory. See if they want to counter this. There's Exhale. No. Swamp and pass. Because at least now what we can do is we can impend Overlord next turn and pick up the Regent. Right? 3, stock up. Okay, so we can just play whatever we want now. If we can find a land, that would be ideal. Play the Overlord. Draw. Roots. Kind of. I will cast Overlord then. Pick up Bloomvine. We don't need the Bahamut yet. Pick up the Bloomvine. Cast Shared Roots. Grab a Forest. And pass. And pass. Paying cost for tactics. He's Regent, Ice Till, Regent. I imagine take the Ice Till here. Even though right now we don't have any lands to actually ramp. So maybe they take the Regent. Yeah, that makes sense. Could have Tidebinder in hand that they're holding. Stock up. Okay, so I don't care what I play here. We might just cast the Scavenger Regent. And try and start applying pressure. Draw. Swamp. We could play the Ice Till and try and ramp, but no guarantee we're going to mill over into a land. So I will cast the Regent. Play a land and pass. Overlord trigger, pass. I think what I want to do is probably animate the cottage. Demo field. If you want a demo field when I cast. Second Ice Till. Let's go to combat. $16. Let's cast the Ice Till and pass. They could have Deadly Cover Up coming up, I guess. And pass. Maybe it was better to play the cottage. Or activate the cottage. Force them to use the demo field. You get to pick up the cottage with the Ice Till, but now they might just Deadly Cover Up our Ice Till out of hand. Yeah. No, maybe the cottage was right. Maybe the cottage is right. I mean, you could pick up Bahamut. Overlord doesn't make sense here. Ice Till maybe. Okay. You get the Overlord even though I have... I guess, I mean, you take one Overlord then. Put it into exile. That's kind of fine by me. Yeah. Draw. I do have Perfect Knowledge now, which I don't like. We have Regent. I'm really tempted to try and ramp into this Terminus, honestly. That is very tempting. Cast Claim. Because 1, 2, yeah. We'll claim. And done. Forest. Cast the Ice Till and pass. Overlord and pass. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. There's a Zula. Rude. Shared Roots. So we have Necropsy in hand. Multiversal Passage. Island. Shock. Shared Roots. Shared Roots. Makes sense. Maybe I should have given them something else if I was going to pop the Zula. Maybe. Because we could also just go Terminus and exile my Overlord. That is a genuine consideration. I'll play the Blooming Marsh. Doing Necropsy. Otherwise, I guess they start looping the demo field. Yeah, so we'll necropsy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And shared roots, shared roots. Oh, actually, it's 5. So I guess shared roots, shared roots, shared roots. Yes. And pass, overlord, and pass. They have removal now are a bit of trouble. Yep, shoot the sheriff. Pretty good. And I do wonder if I should just help the Terminus. Esper Origins, cast. Yard, yard. Esper Origins, cast. Paying cost for a counter magic. Demo field float. Yes. For a swamp. Duress Forest. Yard, yard. Blind draw. Bossing say target on a swamp. Go to combat. Swing for 2. Bossing say might just get us there. We'll see. River Regent. We'll draw 3, discard a card. And pass in full. You have a deadly cover-up by chance? How does deadly cover-up read? Hold up. Draw creatures, evidence collected, exile a card from opponent's graveyard. Okay, no, it doesn't. I don't think that works that way. Does that work that way? I mean, I guess you could. Destroy creatures. Could you pull the swamp? Exile a card. Search its owner's graveyard hand. Yeah, you can. Oh. Oh, that was unfortunate. It can't come back? Or did it come back? I'm not sure anymore. Draw. Fable Passage. Crack. Forest. Bossing say. On a forest. And we'll pass since you have the Risen Reef up. No attacks. Sphinx of Forgotten. Interesting. Gains flashback, equal that card's mana cost. Pulls up stock up. We'll take 3 down to 21. Not much we can do about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can Terminus next turn. And try and start picking things up out of my yard. Another stock up. Opponent's digging deep here. Land for turn, shocked at 10. Azula, effing rude. I'll give you the duress, I suppose. Yes. We will draw Stormbrood. Stormbrood can pick off the dragon at least. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we'll pick up the Sphinx. And then we'll Earthbend on a forest. And we'll pass and pass. Alrighty. And we're kind of just banking on this Terminus at this point. I'm not sure that's a good choice. Firebending to... No blocks. We have 5 cards in hand. You could have animated the Restless Reef, but chose not to. Paying cost for... Unagi. That's a problem too. Down to 17. I mean, you can use duress, not that it's important right now. Paying cost for... Regent bounces my land. Non-land card, so it's my Terminus instead. Rude. Draw. Stormbrood. Cast Terminus. Let this resolve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. However, that's 11. I mean, I guess I can block. Yeah, okay. So we'll hold. You have duress. You can't hit the Stormbrood. Bitter Triumph, 11, 15. In response... Exile the forest. Bossing Say triggers. So Terminus is online. I'm not sure that'll be enough. We'll see. Oh no, it's not. They had the Restless Reef. We're dead. Yeah. Or what the fresh hell's this? Oh, Pillager. Yeah, we're just dead. Oh, that will do it. That will do it there. There is maybe some discussion of using Lewis in this deck, but I don't know. Okay, that was an interesting one. We'll have to be on the lookout for that deck in the future. First time playing against it, so a little bit uncertain of its play patterns, but interesting at the very least. With that being said, we'll be back for match 4. Alright, we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. That is a mulligan. One more land would have been perfect. I will keep this though. What do we pitch? Shared Roots or Terminus? I mean, the other argument might be the Overlord. Because go land, land, shared roots, terminus origins. And I'll pitch the Overlord and pass. Yeah, Overlord in the opener is a little bit tricksy. With the number of hits we have in our deck, we almost want something already in yard before we play the Overlord. We'll play shared roots and grab a forest because we have the terminus for the swamp. Station. Oh, this is Kona? Oh no. This is Kona Omni, I want to say. So this is Simic Kona. Let's take a look. I have not played against this matchup, so I'm not entirely sure its play patterns other than getting Kona on board. Unauthorized exit, dispelling exhale. They do play exhale, which gets a bit frustrating here. In that case, maybe play the Esper Origins ahead of the Terminus. Because if they exhale it, then I don't really care too much. Bossing Say Passage. We're going to say Bossing Say top, Passage top. We'll draw into the Bossing Say and then pass. And hold. Draw the Bossing Say. Oh, I should have actually grabbed the passage, I'm now realizing. Oh, that is awkward. Well, we should be fine. If they have XL, this should be fine. So we go Terminus. And we're still able to hold up the exhale. So we hold up the exhale. Unless they do an unauthorized exit. Nope, consult. Dig 3, pull 1. And hold up exhale. This way, if they just windmill slam Kona, we can exhale it. They don't. Here's passage. Passage. Do we want to play the origins? Lost in the Maze has Flash is the problem, which would give Kona hexproof. So they go Lost in the Maze, the start. We would need Necropsy, Lost in the Maze, followed by Exhale. Seven cards in hand, we hold. I don't want to get blown out here by Kona into Omni. Do not want to do that. Consult, dig 4, pull 2. Okay. Land for turn. Go to end step. Fetch Fable for a black source. And opponent goes to cleanup. Pitches a breeding pool we draw. There's ice still. Chances that ice to resolve, even if it did, again, we need enough for Necropsy exhale. We can't like just sit back forever, but if opponent just holding 7 in hand just feels so bad. Yeah. I mean, I think if we just continue like this, they just win the war of attrition. We just can't wait them out. But doing nothing just feels horrible. Maybe I should have played the Esper Origins last turn. Maybe. I was sold. That's all I can really do. Because they starve the Lost in the Maze. Regent, draw 3, discard a card. Cavern Souls, they guarantee the resolution of Kona. There's Beast. Draw 2 cards, discard a card. Dragonstorm, draw 2 cards, discard a card. You can still have Lost in the Maze up. Bounce off. Cleanup pitch. Cavern Souls, draw. Fabled Passage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So next turn I can try and resolve this Ice Till. I just don't foresee it happening, but we will try then. Oh boy. Comes a 4-3, right? It is. Okay. This is such a fun game of Magic. We're just staring at each other because I have to hold up removal at all points in time right now. Yes, they only run the Exhale. We draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, so we can cast the Origins here. Selesnya Archivist, Restless Cottage. Cottage ain't doing much. Neither is the Archivist, to be honest. I'll say Grave Bow. And again, hold up Exhale and Necropsy. How have they not found what they need to guarantee this? Stock up. Like, what are they missing at this point? They've drawn over half their deck. There's no way they don't have Kona. Like, are they just looking for Lost in the Maze? Cleanup, pitches, Omni. Well, that's very telling. Draw, Blooming Marsh. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have enough. Blooming Marsh tapped. 1, 2, 3, no. So we still hold. Stock up. I swear you've gone through your entire deck at this point. What are you searching for? You clearly have more than one Omni in hand. Lost in the Maze. Yes. Okay. End step. I am going to Necropsy. Do we Necropsy Maze? I think I do. Necropsy Maze. Done. Pitch Roots. I guess it's actually pitch the Archivist. Archivist down. Oh no, why did I do that? It's 2, not 4, Jesus. Okay. Paying cost for Exhale? for 4. Reveals Regent. Well, that's unfortunate. We draw. Balemerk. That Archivist would have been really good right now. Shoot. So, how do we proceed? If I hadn't messed that up, we could have grabbed the Archivist, exile the Lost and the Maze. Oh, damn. I don't think I have any recourse here. No. No, actually, we do. We do. Impend. Oh, I needed the Stormbrood for frick's sake. That's so unfortunate. Grab Ice Till, question mark? Yeah, I haven't played a... I guess we actually, no, we'll grab the Bloomverge. Yeah, I need the Stormbrood there. Cast Ice Till. We just lose, right? This next turn? Pretty sure. Play Passage. In response, fetch for a swamp. Mill a card, yield all. For a forest, yield all. Esper Origins. Roots Yard, Exhale Yard, Blind Draw, Balemerk Pass. Yeah, again, if I had played that smarter, we would have been okay, but here's Kona. Yep. There's Hexproof. Omni. Regent, bounce the Roiling so that you can draw through your deck, basically. What's your finisher? I guess just 4 Regents, bounce my things. I guess. Which unfortunately we can't sweep with a Regent. Stock up. Yeah, I guess that's all they do. They just play 4 Regents. I mean, which isn't nothing, let's be fair here. Oh, Terror the Peaks? Oh, and then I'm just dead. Because then Regent can bounce back Kona Regent, right? 2 other non-permanents to their owner's hand. Yeah, so I'm just dead now. Alright, well, we can see. Okay. I mean, this is the first time I've played against Kona. One thing that I have definitely thought about, if Kona becomes a real deck again, is running nowhere to run. What did they do about Torpor Orb? Hold up. What did they do about Torpor Orb? Unauthorized exit. Return target non-land permanent. Damn. If it was creature, then it'd be fine. But it's non-land permanent. So, Betrayal's definitely out. Bitter Triumph is in. Intimidation Tactics is too narrow. Duress? I mean, Duress does hit a lot of their deck. We need to keep the Caustic Exhale. Necropsy's okay. It's one of the few cards that can hit enchantments. Is that good enough? At instant speed? Maybe. And we drop Necropsy, but then Archivist also is decent. Ugh. I don't want Tactics. Maybe just play it like this. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. On the play for game 2. I mean, this hand's not doing much. We mulligan. We keep. It's not doing much either, to be honest. I mean, we keep, we duress, we pray we have enough time to do things. Like, what I really wanted to see here was ramp so I could play an early threat and just start beating face, but this doesn't really do that. We hope that we duress them to the point that they stumble, but that's asking a lot. I guess we can make a decision after they determine whether or not they mulligan. If they mulligan, then maybe we keep. We duress them on one, pull something that draws them cards, and maybe that's enough to give us time to start beating face, but I'm not horribly confident in that, to be honest. Yeah, then being able to give it hexproof with Into the Maze, and that being able to be flashed in is kind of nutty. So yeah, like I said, it gives me pause to think maybe some nowhere to run this side would be worth it. The question is what we replace. I guess that Overlord we were looking at. They keep. I think at the mulligan again. We'll keep it. So we pitched the Regent. I think I pitched the Duress. Ugh. Fable, Fetch, Swamp, Pass, Bossing Say Shared Roots, Forest, Bossing Say Shared Roots, Swamp, Pass. Question is whether or not they have an exhale. They don't. Soul Guide Lantern eats Fable Passage. Shoot. Draw. Bitter Triumph. In that case, I think I Overlord. Just playing this Ice Tail into nothing feels god-awful. Play a Forest and pass. We hold up Bitter Triumph. We hold. Dragon Storm, draw 2, pitch 1. Pitch Omni, hold, draw, Marsh, cast Ice Till. Soul Guide Lantern, clears my yard. Blooming Marsh, mill a card. Shared Roots and pass. Only problem is now they could just straight up Kona into Omni. Beast. Do you have the Kona? Should I have held up the Bitter Triumph? Probably. Yeah, I should have. Alright. I mean, I guess... Okay, there's the Tear to Peaks. You're able to draw. I guess let's show me that you have the loop before I concede. Otherwise, I can Bitter Triumph the Tear, stock up. Oh, God. Dig 5, pull 2. So, yeah, I should have held the Bitter Triumph. I should have held it up. Stock up again. Ugh. I mean, they're just looking for a region at this point, right? Draw 2, pitch 1. And there it is. Yeah, I messed that up. I sequenced that wrong. I should have waited another turn, I guess. I should have waited another turn. Alright. Well, good learning lesson at the very least. With that being said, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. Very top deck dependent. Passing, draw, marsh, pass, pass, Camersoul's name. Oh, it's Kona again? Shit. Oh, well, that's a problem. That is a problem. I mean, it's good for us because we're learning how to play around this deck, but also bad for me because, oh god. So we have to hold up Exhale starting next turn, is the bottom line, right? Terminus, pass. And pass. So next turn we can play Esper Origins. Opponent missed their land drop. That's huge for us. Ice Till. They play the Exhale. So let us cast Origins. Stormbrood to yard Overlord top. We can pick up the Stormbrood while holding up the Exhale. Anther land drop this time. We'll draw. Play a swamp. Overlord impend. Overlord will pick up the Stormbrood. And we once again hold up the Exhale. Paying cost for... Oh, shit. Yep, lost in the maze. So if they have the Kona, they win. Or potentially, at least. You have the land Kona. You hit the land. Draw. Passage. Passage crack. Swamp. Archivist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play around Exhale. Archivist hits. Hit the Lost in the Maze. Thank God. And hold Exhale again. So now we have a clock. Regent. Draw 3, discard a card. Omni to yard. Hold up Exhale. Draw. Regent. Let's go to combat. Swing of Archivist. Play a land, fetch for a forest. Play Esper Origins. Roots to yard, Baelmerk to top. Draw card. Regent, draw 3, discard a card. I will... Problem is right now, if they play Kona, they could hold up 2 for the Exhale. So I have to hold up 3 mana now. We'll pass. Now I don't have anything in yard to potentially pick up with the Overlord, to be fair. Ping, cost, bounce off. Rude. Very rude. Cavernous Souls, name Beast. And pass. Draw Regent, go to combat. Attack for 3. Cast Ice Till. Paying cost for exhale. Do I pay the 2? No. And pass. Overlord triggers. Consult the star charts. Kicked. Dig 6, pull 2. Hold up the exhale. Maybe I should have overlorded. I guess we can overlord next turn now, though, for what it's worth. Pick up the ice till again. We hold the exhale like our life depends on it. Because it kind of does. Kona. Can't be countered. And then we will behold a dragon, target, tap, behold the storm brew that you know about. Paying cost for Lost in the Maze. It has hexproof. I have no other interaction. We pass. Do you have the Omni? Of course you do. You have Consult, Digging, 7, pull 1, stock up, dig 5, pull 2. Dragonstorm, draw 2, pitch 1. Regent, return the Dragonstorms. Wait, what? Oh, the Dragonstorms return themselves, that's right. Draw 2, pitch 1. Draw 2, pitch 1. I mean, it's not deterministic. Dig 5, pull 2. Dig 5, pull 2. I mean, at this point, I think it's GG's. Terra Peaks trigger. And we'll concede. Oof. Alright, so that's Kona again. Lost for game 1. Move to game 2. So again, we bring in Duress, Bitter Triumph over Strategic Betrayal. And creatures entering don't cause abilities to trigger. Creatures entering don't cause abilities to trigger. Torpor might be okay, because it would stop the Dragon Storms, right? Torpor Orb. Necropsy Regent. Huh. Necropsy Regent. Archivist, I guess. Let's try this. Yeah, like I said, outside of a nowhere to run, I think we're kind of in trouble. I'll keep. Fun Wilkins down to 6. Go Fail of Passage, fetch to Thin. Or a Swamp, pass. Bully Marsh, Overlord. And draw Shared Roots. Blooming Marsh, Shared Roots. And pass. After I grab a forest. Two for Dragonstorm, draw 2, pitch 1. Pitching Kona, concerning. Draw Blooming Marsh. Play Bossing Say. Thing is, starting next turn, I'm going to have to start holding up interactions, so we'll just fire off the Overlord. Ice Till, grab, and pass. In that case, I probably should play the Blooming Marsh. And pass. 2, 3, stock up, dig 5, pull 2. And draw. Esper Origins. Cast Ice Till. Swamp Millicard. Fabled Passage, Millicard. Fetch Fabled Passage for a Swamp Millicard. And hold up Bitter Triumph. And hold. Draw. Esper Origins. Forest Millicard. Fabled Passage Millicard. Fabled Passage fetch. For a Forest Millicard. Cast Esper Origins. Top. And we need 4 mana is the problem. Cancel. Cast Esper Origins. Top. And hold up Bitter Triumph. Swing for 2. Ailmerk trigger. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start running Nowhere to Run. Because that just straight up sucks. I mean, I guess another option is to run Demo Field. Because the fact that no priorities passed here, because it's to cost, just means I can't do jack about it. Yeah, do your thing. Omni. Regent, draw 3, discard a card. Land. Consult, dig 5, pull 1. Regent, draw 3, discard a card. Stock up, dig 5, pull 2. Regent, draw 3, discard a card. Regent, draw 3, discard a card. Regent, draw 3, discard a card. Omni. Kona. Legend rule. Alright. Wait. I mean, you have to have protection, right? There's no way you don't. Stormbrood. So we go Swamp Millicard, Forest Millicard, Stormbrood cast, pop Lost in the Maze. The thing is, getting rid of the Kona does nothing now. Better Triumph, pitch a card. No, it doesn't do anything. Why am I even bothering? Why bother? I mean, I guess that way I can attack, but I should probably just play the Esper Origins. Flashback. Exhale. No. Rude. Pass. No attacks. Overlord trigger. Pass. They need to draw into it, whatever. Yep. Draw 3, pitch a card. Draw 2, pitch a card. Dig 5, pull 1. Oh, sorry, pull 2, right. Pretty sure I'm dead. Terra to Peaks. Triggers on the Dragon Storms. Draw 2, pitch a card. So now you're looking for his Regent. And there's Regent. I'll concede. I'll concede. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah. On one hand, do I bring in Nowhere to Run on the side? I don't know. That one's tricksy. I guess the question is, like, how popular is Kona? So far, last 30 days, not very. Even last 7, not very popular. I think it's like, I don't know. Simic Kona, 0.8% of the meta in the last 30 days. Jumps up to... what? I think it went down in play rate in the last 14. Simic Kona? Or maybe I'm just missing it somehow? Simic Landfall, that's not Kona. Teamer Kona, 0.5%. Simic Aggro. Interesting, last 14 days, 0.5, I guess. And then last 7, it's not even on the first page. So I guess, do I even bother, like, teching for Kona? I guess Kona, actually no, Teamer Kona jumped up to 1.2, and yeah, the red splash is for the Terra Peaks. So it jumps up to 1.2% of the meta. So I mean, it does seem to be increasing in play rate. Now it's still like 1% of the meta, but that is quite literally a deck I don't think I can beat if they play it well. Things to think about. Nowhere to Run definitely seems like a reasonable card to have in the sideboard. It just comes down to, what do I cut to make that work, right? And that's what I don't necessarily know. I mean, I've been thinking about that. Overlord in the side. So I think that would make sense to cut for one copy at least. But yeah. Like, I think the 2 Torpor Orbs are kind of nice. Day Black Sun Duress is good. But... maybe we take out Intimidation Tactics? I don't know. I mean, Intimidation Tactics seems decent. We could argue the Bitter Triumph in the side. That maybe Nowhere to Run fits a similar niche. Maybe that's right. Like, I definitely think the Strategic Betrayal main seems reasonable. I mean, alternatively, could put Bitter Triumph main and then put Nowhere to Run in the side as well. Things to think about, methinks. Alright, well, on that note, that there will be the end of tonight's stream of a 2-3 record at the end of 5. The Kona decks definitely give me a bit of pause to think about what we can sideboard differently. I think as I look to update the deck list, in the sideboard, I would say the Bitter Triumphs and the Overlord are kind of in a rocky position in my opinion. Maybe we just go Bitter Triumph main, get rid of the Strategic Betrayals main, bring in Nowhere to Run on the side, and then cut the Overlord for something. The Overlord, I feel like I don't really bring in too often, but maybe I just need to bite the bullet and make a sideboard matrix that come to a more educated conclusion. But I definitely think if Kona is starting to see play again, that Nowhere to Run will be a good choice for sure. The Torpor Orbs felt good again. I think two Torpor Orbs is fine. Alright. Well, things to think about. With that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me and both my successes and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you reached the point of the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST. I'll be next live on Tuesday, December 16th at 10 p.m. CST. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon where you can find these videos ad-free and early. With that being said though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!